The Android offline action game is one of the game themes that is most often raised as the main theme. There are lots of actions that are usually raised in action games, from fighting, shooting, controlling vehicles, and much more. Well, in this article, we have summarized action games that can be played offline. Immediately, here are 10 best offline Android action games in 2021 which are very exciting to play. The first game on the list this time is a game called LabBuster. This game tells the story of a danger due to monsters having managed to escape from the laboratory. To prevent unwanted things, you have a duty to finish off every monster. The game concept from LabBuster combines action elements with simple game mechanics. You can move by using a virtual joystick. Later, the shots will be carried out automatically. To avoid enemy attacks, you can also press a button to roll. You will do the game itself in a number of stages. Each stage also has different enemy waves. What's interesting about this game is that you can combine several different weapons with a number of modules. That way, you can get unique weapon combinations. Super Glitch Dash is an action game with additional arcade elements. That way, this game will demand agility from players. In the game, you have a duty to keep running. Apart from running, you also have to do a number of actions. There are a number of obstacles that you must avoid along the way. The game mechanism that this game carries is quite simple. You can swipe on the cell phone screen to move in the desired direction. Conceptually, you might say that this game has a fairly classic concept. Even so, the various elements are packaged in a unique way. There are also several different world designs that you will finish later. In addition, this game also has a pretty neat graphic presentation. At first glance, maybe this next game has graphic quality that seems very classic. But even so, this game is supported by gameplay that can be very entertaining. This game is set in a world where humans, vampires, and other demons live side by side. Each of them also continues to do battle with each other. Later, you can play in a number of game modes, including story mode. The game itself is presented in 2D style graphics with dark nuances. When doing battle, you can use various attack combos which will be very effective to defeat the enemy. To strengthen character, this game provides a lot of equipment, weapons, items, and skills that can be obtained. BATTLECOMMAND is a game that carries a gameplay mechanism like a battle royale. This game is set in an ancient dungeon. To do battle, you are required to throw a number of weapons. At the same time, you also have to avoid enemy weapons. During the game, this game presents a character leveling process. You can choose a new skill after leveling up. Of course, you have to choose a skill that suits your preferred fighting style. To win the game, you must be the last player to survive. As you progress, there are various types of weapons that you can buy. Overall, what this game presents is quite promising even though it still has flaws. The second series of the Smashy Road game is an action game that will be suitable to be played while relaxing. The reason is, this game comes with a simple game mechanism, but it can be quite addictive. Your task in this game is to escape from the police chase. You can move by tapping the cell phone screen on the left or right. In addition, you can press both sides of the screen to reverse. You can get high scores by staying as long as possible. For that, this game presents an open world that you can explore as you like. Interestingly, various regions in the world are presented with varied environments. The presence of a number of vehicles with their respective characteristics is also able to make this game not easily boring quickly. As the title suggests, Paragon, InfinityWave is a game that requires players to fight in endless waves of enemies. The gameplay of this game carries TPS action gameplay with a major focus on shooting skills. If you beat the enemy, you will get a reward. These rewards are used to buy weapons and improve character abilities. You can choose to increase speed, regeneration, and so on. With this increase, it will make it easier for you to defeat the enemy. This game is actually very potential with the presence of good graphics and controls. But unfortunately, this game will feel boring quickly. The reason is, there is no mission presented by this game other than eliminating the enemy. However, each increase in the tide will also present more and more difficult challenges. Dead Rain's second series is a series that comes with features and game mechanics that can be said to be more interesting than the first series. In this game, you are required to survive from a strange world. The reason is, a tree virus has threatened safety. This game comes with a 2D game mechanism combined with RPG action elements. During the journey, you will be faced with a number of battles. Starting from facing zombies to fighting against strong bosses. To do battle, this game provides a number of weapons that you can later use. Apart from coming up with entertaining gameplay, this game is also packed with unique graphics that are different from most other games. Once Upon a Tower is a game with a fairly unique plot. In this game, you will play the figure of a princess. The princess must be deprived of her freedom by being placed in a high tower. The tower is also guarded by a dragon. Well, different from the story of a princess who usually just waits for a savior to arrive, in this game the princess will try on her own terms. For that, you will take him to destroy the tower to the bottom. The gameplay of this game combines elements of action with a platformer. To play, you can swipe according to the direction you want to go. But it's not that simple. Along the way you will be faced with many obstacles and enemies. As an offline action game with quite entertaining gameplay, Heroes Strike is a game worth trying. The concept of this game is quite similar to Supercell's Brawl Stars game. In the game, there are several game modes that you can choose from, such as MOBA 3 vs 3 and Battle Royale mode. By being able to play offline, of course this game will be suitable for those of you who are not always connected to the internet network. Because it can be played offline, of course the battle will be fought against AI characters. There are several different characters that you can unlock later. Each character is equipped with their own unique abilities and skills. The duration of the game itself is quite short and doesn't take a long time. Machiknights is an Android offline action game that comes with quite a variety of elements. In this game, you are tasked with saving an island from a giant weapon called Blood Bagos. In this effort, you will be faced with battles against many enemies. Apart from ordinary enemies, there are also boss battles that are much more challenging. The battle itself can be done by choosing one of the 3 character classes. Each character comes with a unique type of weapon. Apart from weapons, the skills and characteristics of the characters also differ from one another. As a premium game, the graphics and various combat effects can be packaged nicely. Not only about graphics, the presence of good game controls certainly makes the gameplay even more exciting to play.